Hey, welcome to Mt.Coramba apiculture. It's Saturday the 2nd of November 2024. I'm at Coramba. Got a big day planned. Got to quickly get in here. I took 6 boxes of honey off here the other day. I want to under-super those boxes of honey, or those extracted boxes. I want to under-super them. I introduced about, 10 queens here recently too, so I just want to see how they're going. The main reason for being here really is just to get in and do a bit of drone comb removal. So just part of the Varroa strategy here is to do some drone trapping. I'll go through that process as we do it. I've been asked to sort of not just show you what I'm doing, but do a little bit more explanation about why I'm doing things. So yeah, I'll try and do more explaining as I'm doing. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Once we're done here, I'm going to head up the mountain to Luana and do a bit of brood box work up there. They're a bit crowded. There's a massive nectar flow coming in up there. We'll talk about that when we get there. Just want to, I've already put some supers on them, but I just want to give them more space in the brood box, so we'll go through that. And we might even take a few boxes of honey off up there as well. So that's the day planned. Plenty to do. It's a beautiful day here. It's just another stunning day in the Varroa Valley. So I've got my coffee from the Idle Inn, and let's get the smoker going and get stuck into it. Righto, so this hive here had this box extracted a couple of days ago, so it's now going to go what I call under-supering. So it's empty. It'll go down to this position here, so above the brood box, and everything else comes up. So the bees tend to fill honey from the top down, and I know that all the supers that are nearly ready to be harvested are going to be on the tops of these hives. Don't have to go down digging through to find honey to extract. They're always on the top. Just open this entrance up a bit. Right, let's get down into this hive. Let's have a quick look. So they're cleaned up nicely. If can find a few nice stickies here, they might even go down into the brood box. So they really clean these things up overnight. They don't take long. Put that aside. So no mucking around, straight down into this honey soup, into this brood box. Oh. So these boxes of plastic foundation were put on recently as well. You can see them in pulling that out. These are recycled frames as well, so they were left out for the wax moths to deal with for a couple of years, and then pressure washed and reused. So that's the advantage of plastic, is it just keeps going. So that's got you down into the brood box. Let's get this queenage glitter up. So this hive was requeened about 6 days ago, so it's a little earlier than what I normally like to get into them, but it is what it is. So what I want to do here is just check that the queen's laying, and quickly pull this drone comb out if there's any. Frame of pollen. our drone comb. Yeah, not quite ready to come out yet. It's going to need a few more, about a week or so. They'll build across, clean it, lay it up and chill, and they'll cap it. That's when I want to take it out. When those mites, which are here, are trapped under those drone cappings. So I'm looking for eggs to indicate that there's queens going, and that's all I will do. Not seeing any queen cells, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I can see eggs in there, so she's been in for 6 days, so clearly they're her eggs and not the previous queen. Eggs last for 3 days before they hatch, and yeah, there's eggs in there. So I'm not even going to look for her. I know she's going, and I'll just adjust my records. Oh, damn it. Oh, hate that. So there's our old queen cage come out. I've been watching a bit of YouTube lately, beekeeping videos, probably too much. When you work in frames, the temptation is for people, when they've got the brood box open like that, is to put each frame back like that. All you're doing is just crushing bees every time you do it. So when you've got your frames ready to close, just push them back like that and get your hive tool, push the whole lot across, and if you see bees between the lugs or the spaces, just let them get out of the way and close it up like that. There's no need to crush and kill bees when you're going through a brood box. It's just it's ugly. It's not a good look. All right, that's done. Queen is fluted down. Let's put this hive back together. So this is the super that was extracted the other day. Normally I take the opportunity to get a few of these stickies down the brood box. I just don't have time today. That's our empty box of empty foundation. And this is our next honey super to extract. It's quite heavy. And it'll be right to sit on there till I come back through this drop of hives and, you know, take off 6 to 10 just to make it worthwhile to do it. Righto, that's good. Laying queen, everything's well. Just update my records for this hive and it's done. So records for this hive indicate the top super was extracted a few days ago. Once again, I'm going to undersuper that, and this has got a new queen introduced in it about 6 days ago. So just like we did with the last hive, we're going to undersuper this box of stickies. So it's going to go down to here. We'll check that the queen's laying, and if there's any drone comb in there that we can harvest to do our drone trapping, we'll do that as well. Let's have a quick look here. So yeah, they've got that tidied up nicely, and they're just starting to put nectar back in there as well. So if we can reuse any of these stickies, we will. That frame's a bit worn out, but it'll be a good honey frame forever. Right, straight to the brood box. That box is heavy, so it'll be ready to extract in a few weeks, or just when I need it. This is a box of plastic foundation that was put on recently. You can see them going to work on that, so that's working well. See our queen cage there from the other day? They don't take long to pull them out of there, especially a big strong hive. Let's get down in here. So all we really want to do is check for the presence of eggs, so we know our queen's laying. First frame out, just lift it up nice and gently. A quick look on here, I can see nice pearly white larvae in there. Set that up there. Here's our drone comb. See if we can, feels quite heavy. So yeah, even though this side isn't fully capped, I want to take that out now because I'm unlikely to be back. If I'm back, I'm unlikely to be back in time in the next couple of days where that's capped. So we'll take it out now. See it capped on the other side there. So the idea behind the drone trapping, I've explained it before, is that mites prefer drone cells because they get an extra cycle, they get an extra mite out of them. It's 24 days for drones opposed to 21 days for workers. They're attracted to the drone cells. They go in just before it's capped, attach themselves to the mite goes in and starts laying eggs, and those mites will feed on those larvae and pupae in those cells. Once they're under the cappings, they're trapped. We can take advantage of that by cutting that comb out and getting rid of it. And it won't reduce your mite numbers, but it'll keep it at a low level, provided they are at a low level. See the shake coming out of that? Is that gone? Pick it up later. Let's get that edge tidy up. Look out. And it's back in to start again. Let's just check for eggs. We might be able to pull some of these old combs up as well. Just have to stand up to see in the sun. Just check another frame. Yep, so there's eggs in there. This queen was introduced 6 days ago, so eggs hatch after 3 days, so that indicates that she's in there laying. Let's get this old comb up while we've got a chance. I want to try and reduce the amount of drone comb in these brood frames. The only drone comb I want in there is the stuff I put in and take out again. Let's just check for the queen on here before we shake it. Just gently shake them off. Can't see her there. Let's find a nice sticky. There's a nice plastic comb. It's been in the brood box before. You can see that had brood on it. So we put that in there. Push your drone comb in. And let's get this one up as well, eh? That way we'll have our brood box full of brand new comb, which is where I want to be. That's fantastic. That's the sort of drone comb I want to get out of these brood boxes, because it's always a haven for mites. So they can come up. There's another nice frame of plastic. Let's go down in there. And that job's done. That's fantastic. We've got a laying queen. We've removed some drone comb to trap mites, and we've got rid of all that old comb out of that brood box. So let's get this hive back together. Make sure that's in the right place. Bit of smoke to move those bees away. So that's our box of extracted stickies, cycled around. box of partly drawn combs. And now super honey, which is the next one to come off, and it's heavy. Plastic on. That's done. So now just update our records and move on to the next one. Right, so let's have a look at one of these big triples or quads. Once again, stickies, extracted stickies on top. It was requeened the other day, so we'll go through that same procedure of undersupering, checking for the presence of a laying queen, and removing drone comb, should there be any. Straight to the brood box, there's no need to be digging around in the honey supers. Here's some nice plastic foundation being drawn out. Beautiful. Let's get you down into the brood box. Grab a queen cage. Then it's gone. So we're looking for a indication of a laying queen. Too much pollen and sealed brood there to tell. Here comes our drone comb. Let's see what it looks like. So yeah, not enough drawn there to do anything with it. So all we need to do now is check for the presence of a laying queen, and we're done. Need to stand up to see properly. Yep, I can see eggs in there, so there's no need to go any further. That queen's laying. We don't have to do anything to our drone comb. Get this back together. So the queen is glued down. It's a nice strong hive too. So this is our box of extracted stickies from a couple of days ago, down above the brood box. Let's have a quick look. So they've got that tidied up nicely, and they're starting to put nectar back in it straight away. So we're on a good nectar flow. Nice and tight. Let's get our honey supers back on. So that's quite heavy, and these fill the honey supers from the top, so I know next time I come through here, I just know by the weight that they're ready. I'll just put a couple of crosses on them with a pen, and when I've got enough to do, half a dozen, 10, I'll just come through, take the lot off, and extract them all in one hit. update our records, and we're done. So this lid fell off the back of my ute the other day. I've been looking for it for about a week. Here it is sitting up beside a drain. Whoever found it, thanks very much. Right, so we're up at Loanna. It's come over pretty overcast. It's kind of showering, but we'll just have to get through this. I came up here yesterday and I had a heap of boxes of plastic foundation on the back of the ute, so I've gone in these stronger hives. I've just undersupered them with a box of plastic foundation. I've got about 30 frames of new wax foundation. I'm just going to go in and work these brood boxes and give them a bit of space so they don't swarm on me. In the middle of a nice nectar flow here at the moment. There's a leptospermum up here, which we generically call jelly bush. I'm not sure what it is, but it's flowering at the moment and the bees are working it, so hopefully we'll get a bit of active honey into these hives. Let's get these supers off. So there's our plastic frames that just went on yesterday, so not surprisingly, nothing happening there. Stirred this lot up next door. They're queenless and out of a crappy queen, so they're really not happy. So if we can just get away from them as soon as we can. Let's have a look down here, see what's going on. I can see brood there, not overly strong. Just hope they haven't swarmed on me. Nice frame of sealed brood there. There doesn't look to be a lot of bees in here. Let's see what's going on. These rotten things. Sealed. Oh, rotten things. This is why I'm requeening all these hives. They're just no good. Terrible queens. Queen cell there, which is hatched. I reckon they've swarmed. I'm a bit late for these anyway. We'll see what they do, but they won't need any work in the brood box till they sort themselves out, and I'll take that super off as well. Let's see what's going on here. I've put a super plastic foundation on this yesterday, a little bit crowded at the entrance, so let's see what's going on in here. Got a box of honey on it. Oh, it's heavy. Another box of honey. Box of foundation went on, not yesterday, a little bit earlier, they're just starting to work that. Yeah, brood box. See what's going on, causing them to hang out the front. Lots of bees. Right, see what we got going on here. Nice frame of seal brood there. Camera closer for you. This is a nice strong hive. Open brood, and I can see eggs in there, so that's what a hive should look like. And I've pretty much worked this brood box to as much as I can. Just make sure they're not under any pressure. If they are, we'll pull a frame of seal brood up and give them some foundation. Yeah, so they're going to be okay. That must have just been put in last week, I think, last time I was up here. So yeah, they don't need any more room. In the brood box anyway. They look good. Another frame of foundation that I put in, and let's have a look what's going on there. Yeah, they're just starting to draw that now. They look good. All right. Even though they're crowded, there's no indications that they want to swarm. Push your frames back. All came back in. They're good. Just hoping it doesn't rain. I feel a few spots on me. So we'll leave that box of foundation on. I'll have that drawn pretty quick on this nectar flow, and hopefully fill it full of jelly bush. Let's have a quick look in here. I don't do a lot of digging around in honey supers. I just know when I take them off that they're heavy, and that's an indication to me that they're ready to extract. Let's have a look. There you go, ready to go. Might take a few boxes home today if I've got time. Yeah, that's right. They're all fully capped, so what I generally do is just mark the back of the box, and when I've got enough to make it worthwhile, I'll take them off. But there's plenty of space in that hive, so there's no urgency to get it off. So still at Loanna, this hive is a strong triple, and I've put a super of plastic frames in there yesterday. So let's see what's happening, and if we need to, or we will need to do some work in the brood box here. So let's have a quick look in here, see what's going on. That rot your socks. Maybe not. Oh! Ready to go. Ready to extract. That's good. This looks pretty advanced as well. A little bit longer. Good that side, but yeah, it could do with a little while longer. But that's stunning. Beautiful frames of honey there. Anyway, enough of that. Need to get in this brood box. So these were put on yesterday. You can see them pulling that out already. So strong bees, strong nectar flow, and they'll pull that stuff out. No trouble at all. Right. It's got you down to the brood box. Let's see if we can identify some frames down here to pull up. Either frames of honey or frames of seal brood. And we're looking to get these older ones out, just to renew the comb in the brood box and relieve any pressure for them to swarm. See that's a frame of pollen, so that'd be something I'd be pulling up straight away. Let's put that out. This has been put down recently. Just looking for eggs and larvae in this frame. Not a lot there. Let's leave it on the wall anyway. There's an older comb. And yeah, there's heaps of fresh eggs and larvae in there, so that queen's going well. I don't see that they're under any pressure to swarm. And they've got that extra box on them now, so they'll be fine. Let's identify a couple more frames to pull up. Beautiful frame of seal brood there. Cracking pattern, just solid. Once again, just solid, almost about to be capped there, so let's leave it where it is. Here's an older comb. Full of seal brood. And that drone is what the sort of stuff I want to get out of my brood boxes, just to minimise the growth of Varroa. So let's get that. It can come up as well. Just leave it there for the time being until we maybe find a queen. See what else we can identify to pull up. So there's a nice frame of comb there. Yeah, don't like the look of that either. Let's put it aside. Fair bit of honey in that. There's quite a few there. There's our drone trapping comb. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's get some foundation down into here. So we've identified 3 frames. Let's pull that up. Put that in, I mean. That's going to come out. So we want to get rid of those drone cells. Let's give that a shake off. Haven't found a queen. It can come up. That can stay. foundation. You wouldn't normally split the brood nest up like this, but they're going well and it's nice and warm, so there's no worries there. Alright, that can stay there. Let's push what we've got here. Don't like the look of that. That was pollen. Let's shake them off. See how old that comb is? You don't want that in your brood box. That there, that's not acceptable in a brood box. Explain why. It's the older comb is, the more prone it is to harbour disease. You know, pesticide residues, viruses. Just need to get rid of it. Like people and animals, the older you get, the more likely you are to have something wrong with you, and it's the same with comb. So let's see if we can fit that down into the side. That's not going to go. Get them off. Push that down there. Get that in there. So that'll do them for the while. So they're off. There's the queens on there. There is a hatched queen cell there, so yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye on that hive. They may have requeened themselves. This is a problem when I don't know the history of the queens. I don't know if they're old or young or what they are, and it's going through this process of requeening now. I'll have a bit of control over that. So there's our box of foundation. I'll just get a few out of here that aren't drawn too well. We'll put those 3 combs from the brood box straight in the middle. So any brood in there will hatch out and go back through the queen excluder, except for the drones, obviously. If you open your hive often enough, they'll fly out when you open it. Alright, so that's that brood box tidied up. I'll just make a note in there that there's something going on with the queen. So yeah, let's get that back on. That's heavy. Oh! So it's got that hive reassembled, and when I know they're ready to extract, I just put 2 crosses on them. That's almost ready. Yeah, I don't want to miss an ounce of this nectar flow up here, so I want everything collected. And if your hive's full of honey and no room for them to put it, you're losing it. So same situation here. Box of plastic foundation put on yesterday, so we'll get down in this brood box and see what's going on. So that looks Looks full. Yeah, I can't get that out without crushing bees, so let's go straight to the brood box. Oh! I don't need to look in there, it's heavy. I can barely lift that. See what the second super looks like. So yeah, you'd probably take that off as well. So there's our box of stickies. Not stickies, foundation. That went on yesterday, so they're hooking into that. Down to the brood box. It's got you in close. Looks like I've done a fair bit of work in here. Let's just see if they need a bit of space. See if we can identify anything that can come up, see what we can improve. Yeah, that's a definite to come up. It's a bit buckled and warped, so that can definitely come up. Let's set it aside anyway. Brood in it, but quite a bit of honey, so that's another possible. All that honey there, I don't want that in the brood box. Let's see what else we can identify. So there's two. An older comb. A bit of burr comb, and it's a little bit old, so that's another possibility. Alright. Let's have a look at the general health of things here. Made a mess of that. Another one that could come up. Feeling these are queenless, or they're doing something, really. Just I think it's another. I'm looking for eggs and larvae in here. Can't see anything. I may have took off or be in the process of requeening as well. Alright, it is what it is. When I'm not sure, I just leave things alone and come back to them, make notes and come back to them later. So let's get that out. I don't want that big frame of honey in my brood box, and the fact that they're backfilling all those cells with honey tells me that there may not be a laying queen in there. Let's get rid of that ugly thing. I think we thought that that one's definitely got to go. Let's get rid of that. So that's 3. Let's see how we go with this. That's a good start. Three frames of foundation. Put one in there. One in there. One in there. Just make sure that nothing's touching the wall there. get that one in there. And just push that off the wall so we know there's no comb touching the wall. It's glued down. So the notes against this hive will just be something going on. Come back and check it next 7 to 10 days. I'll have queens coming, so if things need to be requeened, they can be requeened. That's our box of foundation back on. Let's pull three of them out. And get our 3 combs from the brood box. Can't see any eggs or larvae in there, which says to me that there's no laying queen in there. Doesn't mean there isn't a queen in there. Could be in the process of requeening. I don't want anything like that in my brood box. There's all this drone comb. I don't want anything like that in there, so we don't get mite growth. So that's good. Super's back on. Oh. 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 That's really the limit of what I can lift. A couple of crosses on there, and that one as well. So they could both be extracted. So into this fella here, box of plastic foundation there, and records indicate this was queen right on the 18th of October. So surely we'll have a going queen in here. Let's see. It's a Terry Brown queen, so expecting them to be pretty gentle. Not even looking at that box, I know it's full, and I'll be able to tell from the weight straight away. Yep. Full of honey. Looks like I've pulled a bit of brood up into this, so it won't be right. Let's get that off. Yeah, you just can't feel that dead weight in it. So box of plastic foundation that went on yesterday, and they're into it, not mucking around. Yeah, I've worked these brood boxes pretty well. I've got most of the old comb out of them, so you can see maybe, yeah, 1, 2, 3 frames of old comb. So let's see what sort of pressure they're under in terms of brood. It's got you down in the brood box. Just looked up and my friend the goose is arriving, so you'll hear him soon. Just see how we go. Wall comb going to get filled out with pollen. There you go, mate. So I can see larvae in there. And bit of pollen in that side, so that's can probably stay as the wall comb there. Nice frame of sealed brood there. That can stay. They definitely needed a super. Yeah, very healthy comb there. Young eggs and larvae in there. So finally found a hive that's going all right. Looking good. No queen cells or anything. So we'll try and find a couple of frames to pull up here, just to give a space. Stung a bit there. It's quite a nice frame. So let's look at pulling a couple of these up. Just to give them some comb to work and room for the queen to lay. It's a bit of drone comb there, so we'll pick on that. Sit that aside. Let's see what's in this one. Yeah, and that's full of honey, so it'll definitely come up. Let's just shake them off now. Full of honey. I think with a big nectar flow like this, there's just so much coming in, and they're putting nectar in faster than the queen can lay, so it's inevitable that you'll end up with honey in your brood box. Let's see what we can pull out of here. That feels heavy as well. Yeah, so it can come up full of honey. Ouch. Ow. So let's put that fella in there. Not happy, these bees. Get some foundation in there. That really hurt, that one. Ouch. Let's just push them over. As they get close, just let those bees get out of the way. That, and you don't squash any. Just need to take a little bit of care with your bees, you know. No need to squash hundreds of bees every time you go into a hive. Another frame of foundation there. Just push that over. Bees should be gentle. I think it's just the weather. It's not helping. So there's three fresh frames in there. Make sure nothing's touching the wall. Shake these fellas off. Drone comb there so he can come out. So that's good. That's 3 frames out of there, and that congestion just relieved. I know this is a relatively new queen. She's only probably 12 months old, so just under 12 months. So at least I know what I'm dealing with here. Let's get this box of foundation back on. Change that camera angle so you can see what I'm doing. So I need to make three spaces here. 1, 2. I want to draw all of them, so make some space in the middle there. Get our brood and honey just back in the middle. You don't want anything full of honey like that in your brood box. It's just taking up space that could have queen laying eggs in it. So honey super's on, and we'll close it up. That's full. A couple of crosses on the back. Let's have a little look here. Right, that'll be extracted soon. This is the last of these big hives. Notes for this say hatched and capped queen cells on the 18th of October, so let's see what's going on in here. Tend to just let the bees sort things out for themselves when they're doing that sort of thing, and you can come back and clean up the mess later. They either requeen themselves or they don't, and stop them from swarming. I'm pretty happy, but yeah. Oh, full of honey. These Terry brown queens put a real red propolis in. I don't know. It seems to be a trait of these bees. But they really put a heavy layer of propolis on things, which is interesting. Not so full, but getting there. And here's our box of plastic foundation that was put on yesterday, and we're starting to get into that, so looking for space. So this got you down in the brood box. See what's going on in here. Let's see what opportunities we can find. So all frame is just a bit of honey. there. This is a drone trapping comb, which I haven't bothered much with up here. It's a bit of a mess, we could probably tidy that up. Yeah, going a bit crooked there. Sort that out. Right, so can't see any eggs or larvae there. And that's a mess. So that's definitely coming out. Let's get rid of that now. You don't want that in your hive. Anywhere really. Not sure how that happened. So, looking for signs of a queen. Stand up and have a look. Can't see any eggs or larvae there, and I can see torn down queen cells, so they're in the process of doing something. And they appear pretty agitated for a terry brown hive. So that's a nice open comb. At least when the cells are open like that, I call it optimism. So it looks like something wants to lay there and they're making room for it. If it was backfilled with pollen and honey, it's all over in terms of having a potential for a queen to lay there. So they've given up. So there's a bit of hope there. We'll just come back and look at it again in 7 to 10 days and see what's going on. Let's see what opportunity to pull another frame out of here. There's a fair bit of honey in that, but that's what I'd expect when there's no laying queen in there. Plenty of bees in the hive. I don't doubt they've swarmed. So this is a fairly new comb that I've put in. It can stay there. Let's see what's on this. I might be able to take it out. Yeah, that old comb can come out. A lot of drones in here. Right, that's coming out. Fella. So there's two. Let's push. So let's just put that in on the wall. Push them over. So I've removed two combs. We'll put 2 frames of foundation back in there. There's one in there. Push them over. There's bees to move. Let's get this frame of foundation in here. Good-o. Excluder back on. Damn it. Box of foundation back on. Hive that strong is going to draw them pretty quickly. Just have to hope they requeen or do whatever they're doing. Bees are livening them out today. I just think it's this unsettled weather is the problem. Anyway, So that's ready to extract just by the weight of it. Let's have a little look. So doesn't get much better than that. I'll just mark that box. It's already marked, I must have did it last time. Push our bees down. So notes for that hive will just be once again that they're doing something with the queen, and I'll recheck it again in 7 to 10 days and just see where they're up to, and if we need to requeen up here we can. The queen's coming, which I'll do a video on shortly. So that's gone through all those hives. To say it's a mixed bag would be an understatement, so I really got to get in and although there's a lot of, it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 8 boxes of honey on those hives, so I'll come up the next week or so and get that off. Definitely some work to do with queens in there. Yeah, and as I sort of talk about in the videos, a lot of these hives, I don't know how old the queens are, or where they've come from, or anything. So I've got queens coming on now. I can just regain a bit of control there and get these hives back into good shape. Not that there's a hell of a lot wrong with them, just I want to see them with eggs, larvae, pupae, and just going nice and normal like a beehive should. You know, half of them aren't that great, so work to be done. I've had a little electric fence around these hives. There's cattle in these paddocks. They're good cows. They don't really bother the hives, but the energizer went flat the other day and they have gone through and just knocked it all down. So they're just inquisitive. They're fine. They haven't touched the hives, so I'm just going to beef up the security, so to say, here, and put some star pickets in and just get it a bit more solid and a bit more robust. So yeah, I'll just do a time lapse just so we don't bore you to death with it.